Hi, Marta is here, Marta from Kool And The Gang, lichess. Today, it's all about the pawn cube. Over 2 years ago, I played a game, a rapid game. We'll go through all the moves, but very fast. It's a Sicilian. And after this move, she takes f6. I have some funny pawns, the f and e file. And believe it or not, this position was already played 3 or 4 times. 4? And now we are in unfamiliar territory, and here I didn't miss the chance to play f6, of course. It's a mistake according to the engine, but I'm protecting my h7 pawn, and I got the famous pawn cube. Now I will show you all the other moves, and please focus on these pawns. And mate. And as you can see, I mated my opponent with the pawn cube. It was very funny. As my friends know, I like center pawns a lot, and this was a nice example of it. Played the game all around these pawns, mostly on the d file. 1 month ago, in a casual bullet game, I reached this position, black, and white took with the bishop, and of course I took with the g-pawn again, and I've reached the same structure as in the previous game. The game went on like this. I took the bishop, I took his queen. Wow, he planted his queen. Okay, it was a bullet game. And after long hustling, I should have gone for the pawn cube. Instead, I played on, and here in this position white resigned. Yes, you can see I could have played here and the game could have gone on, and I would have had pawn cube again, but it wasn't meant to be. Then I did some research, and I found out that Eric Rosen had a couple of games in which he got a pawn cube, and one game you can see here he had even a central pawn cube, which is very impressive, with some better winnings. Stafford Gambit, the Jalala better opening, and another game with the pawn cube checkmate, and even Jonathan Schranz found out that there is a pawn cube opening.
Boom. Now, I'm just going to enter all of this in. Let's see what we got going on here. We got some sort of banco going on with a4. And after this, knight to c3. Here we got e4 coming up. And then he takes e5. I'm excited. d4. Takes d5. Whoa, wait, is this real? Oh my my god, this is awesome!
As you can see, Mr. Schranz is very excited about this opening, and so was I as I discovered his video. And my next goal was to play a game with the pawn cube again. And then I played a bunch of bullet and blitz games, and I wanted to reach the pawn cube very badly, and then I came up with this game, and I'm very proud. That's a Karukan game. This is my new weapon with black against e4, e4 c6. People, friends who know me, I'm a Sicilian player. I've always played e4 c5 for years. Now I play the Karukan too. It's a nice weapon in bullet and blitz games. This is the starting position from the Karukan. I don't know much theory, but normally I go for this setup against this line. And here he takes my pony, which surprised me. And I opened the E file. We both developed, both castled. We developed further. And then he took my bishop, and I happily retook the h pawn, and now I got this wonderful pawn cube, which is even more nice because we have this formation here and this here. And if you look at all my pieces, it's only 2 islands, pieces and pawns together. Let's see what happens with the pawn cube in this game. I go into some detail in this game. I threaten mate if he moves his knight, for example. Retreat rooks. He got the e-file, control over the e-file. I had to move my king to protect his queen from entering the position. We maneuvered around, threatened. It's not mate, it's only check. But now check and mate if he plays here. For example, then this is mate. Okay, he's not as silly. It's played g3. And here he missed that I could take his h-pawn, but he had check in response. And now I wanted to put my rook here, to put my king back, and then to mate here, which I tried, but he had this nice check. And yeah, he noticed my threat, of course. And now if I go back with my king, for example, I can simply exchange and has no problems, I think, because he can take here too. Therefore, I exchanged queens. Then I moved my king up. He took my pawn. And this is very nice shorty. King walk game. This is some nice stuff going on here. He has a check, but I saw it and that I could interfere with my bishop. He doesn't have a pawn here or here to threaten my bishop away. He had a check, but now he can't go here check because of this. So my king is safe. Now I can take his pawn, which I took. I took my c pawn, and of course he has a vast pawn majority on the queen side. But now I have a check, and I pick up the b pawn. He picks up my a pawn. I pick up his a pawn. And if you have watched until now, you see my pawn cube is still on the 7th and 6th rank. I have a check. And now he has the massive threat of advancing his c-pawn, queening and winning the game. But I foresaw this, he missed my check, and now as here isn't a pawn anymore which defends the rook, I can take his rook. Maybe he thought this is winning for him. This is very aggressive from him, and it looks very dangerous, but it isn't. He queens, but I have this check. And we reach this position. I'm 3 pawns up. Still haven't moved any of these pawns. Very beautiful. But now I made the first pawn move from the pawn cube. And with this pawn, I can queen and win the game. I even let him take one pawn. Can't do anything. Oh, here I should have gone for this triple pawn position, of course. But it was a 3+0 blitz game and I hadn't much time left. I think in the end I had 3 seconds left. Okay, so I took with the bishop. I queened. Yeah, and in this position he resigned. This was a fun Caro-Kann game. Thanks for watching. I hope you had some fun. And if you want to see more structural, beautiful games, tell me in the comments. Goodbye, see you soon, Mate out.